Refuge in Buddhism, I think, is finding a purpose and a path for yourself. That's what I say. We say taking refuge, and I don't know whether it's the right word. It's not about becoming a refugee. It's more like, as I said, what is the most important for me to find that. So when I say, finding a purpose, now this, basically it is, first is going refuge to the Buddha. And what is the Buddha? Now this is, Buddha here is, totally transforming yourself and bringing out your natural best qualities. Wisdom, compassion, all the positive qualities that are naturally in you, to bring them awake, to bring them out, to awaken them, so that you can really transform yourself. You can become really, because if you can do that, if I can bring out my, like we said just now, my compassion and my wisdom, then, it solves most of my problems. I can become a very, very peaceful, very joyful, and very, beneficial, benefiting, good people person, and also it will be helping lots of people. So therefore, I want to transform myself, and I want to bring out the best out of myself. So Buddha, as I said yesterday, is somebody who has developed his or her, wisdom, compassion, and all positive qualities to the utmost. That's the Buddha. So when I say I go refuge to the Buddha, that means I would like to do that. I would like to want to attend that. Because refuge means, if I say I go refuge to wealth, for instance, or money. That means if I have money, then I don't need anything. That is enough. If I see like this, that means I go refuge to the money. I go refuge to the Buddha means to bring out my positive qualities, develop my wisdom, compassion, and all positive things. That would be the ultimate thing for me. That's the important thing for me. And I would try to work on that for my own good and for good of everybody else. If somebody says that deeply, that's going refuge to the Buddha. And in order to do that, you take the Buddhas of the past as your example. You can take them as your guide and things like that. That's also partly, but mainly, So that's going refuge to the Buddha. And it's not like, Buddha, please come and save me. Because if that's the case, then you need only go refuge to Buddha. You don't need the other two. It's not like that, So, first is going refuge to the Buddha. Now going refuge to the Dharma is that if I go refuge to the Buddha, I need to go refuge to the Dharma. Because what is Dharma? Dharma is the experience of the Buddhas of the past. Dharma is the know-how, the road map on how to transform yourself. That's the Dharma. So how do I go refuge to the Dharma? Means I would like to study the Dharma. I would like to learn how to develop myself, how to transform myself, and I would like to practice that. I would like to train on that. If you decide to that is going refuge to the Dharma. That I will learn Dharma and I will use it on myself. That's going refuge to the Dharma. So once you go refuge to the Dharma, then you go refuge to the Sangha. And what is Sangha? Sangha is a person or people who have the experience of the Dharma. That is the Sangha. The Buddha is also Sangha, and Buddha and downwards, everybody who has any understanding, any experience of the Dharma is the Sangha. So, how do I go refuge to the Sangha? That means I will make myself, learn from people who have experience and understanding of the way to develop myself. And I would allow myself to be influenced in a positive way, and I will try myself not to be influenced in a negative way. And if I do these three things, then I am on the path. I am working on my transformation. And that's going refuge. And going refuge is not something that you're joining a club. It's not joining a club. It's not like I take refuge, finished. It's a practice. Yeah, it's a wanting to develop and transform myself, and wanting to learn how to do that, and not only learn but also exercise that, and then try to receive these teachings or just good influence and things like that. That's taking refuge in Buddha, Dharma and Sangha. Yeah. So the taking refuge in a kind of ceremony is very simple, actually. Actually, when somebody decides to do that, that's taking refuge. It's not. The ceremony is not that important, actually. But ceremony is just to make a kind of like when you make this auction, somebody says yes, now it's done. It's that. 1, 2, 3, and done. That's so you have this kind of a feeling that it's my decision is done. That's why you do it. And so therefore this is a ceremony, and the ceremony is usually in the Buddhist way. The Buddha said that my followers should not give any teachings or any kind of precepts or anything to anybody unless asked by them. So therefore it has to be requested. So therefore this refuge is like you have to request not only once but 3 times. So usually we make 3 prostrations, and this making 3 prostrations is to represent that you request. But here it's not really the place for doing prostrations. So maybe you can do something like this or something 3 times. Yeah. Let us do that. And then you have to repeat after me 3 times the refuge. And what you say is this: please, teacher, listen to me. I, by the name of so and so, would like to take refuge in Buddha, in Dharma, and in Sangha. And please accept me as one. So you just say that. That's it. 3 times. At the end of the 3rd time, then I make a sign like this. Then you think that it's done. Yeah. And then then the interesting thing. Then I will shave your hair. interesting. I'm joking. I cut a very small piece of your hair from your head, and this is just actually culture, but this is supposed to represent that we are making the highest offering, because hair is a part of our body and also grows on the highest point of our body. So to make a little offering of that is representing, making the high offering. And then you will get a name, a Tibetan name. Please don't take it too seriously, because sometimes people say, what does this name mean? What should I do after getting this name? As if I know the whole life, about everybody. Nothing like that. It's just a name that I thought about, and just any other name, just I hope it's a nice name. So that's it. Don't take too seriously the names, because sometimes people take things too seriously. Sometimes the Tibetans, they are funny people. They sometimes give very, very bad names. I know a person called Chilu Tsering. That means, long life dog shit. So at least I haven't given any of those kind of names. So then this is also kind of a reminder. It's also a reminder. Also, these things is a reminder that when you are kind of usually, we are inspired, and then that's okay. But when slowly our inspiration goes down, and then it finishes. So then you see, I have a name, this strange name, Tibetan name. Why I have this? Then you can think, oh yes, I took refuge. Why did I take refuge? Was I mad or something like that? No, I wanted to work on my own development and transformation, and that's why I did. So something like that, just to try to bring back your, on your own direction. So all these things. Then there is also the blessing code. This blessing code is blessed by many great lamas. So just I give you one, you take it, you can put it on your neck, or you can put it on, or you can throw it away, whatever way you want. So this is taking refuge. Okay. So now those who want to take refuge, please make prostration like this. Don't need to do it. Is these people who are standing the ones who are doing it? Okay, just do it like this 3 times. Yeah. Yeah. Huh?
A few people just decided they want to take refuge just now.
Okay.
So I'll put some spare ones.
Okay. I'll write their names. I have to think they're good name. Not like long life dog shit. Maybe just long life is enough. Yeah. Okay. So you've done that, no? So then repeat after me, and then this will be in Tibetan. And those people who have already taken refuge also can say the same to help to support the others. Then you just repeat after me. Lopen, Gongso, Sol, Dhaming. Now say your names. Xie, Jiwa, Tu, Dine, Chisi, Sangchuk, Yingpu, Partu, Sangje, La, Japsu, Chiu, Chula, 잡수 치우 겐둔라 잡수 치우 두 디네 지시 수 파르투 잡숨 진베 게닌 두 로pen zongdu sol. Now second time lopen gongsu sol naming names she jiwa tu dine jisi sangchu yingpu pardu sangje la 잡수 치우 추라 잡수 치우 겐둔라 잡수 치우 두 디네 지시 수 파르투 잡숨 진베 게닌 두 로벤 zongdu sol. Now third time and last time lopen gongsu sol naming names she jiwa tu dine jisi sangchu yingpu partu sangje la 잡수 치우 추라 잡수 치우 겐둔라 잡수 치우 두 디네 지시 수 파르투 잡순 진베 게닌 두 로pen zongdu sol tabino lexo. Okay, so you come one by one, please.